Hi guys, as you set up your financial foundation, one of the first things you'll probably be doing is setting up your emergency fund and probably setting up some sinking funds. Most likely you'll put this in a savings account or multiple savings account attached to your normal bank. And while that's good, if you're interested in getting a higher interest rate and making more money from the money you're saving, you're probably going to want to move that money into one or multiple different high yield savings account. Okay, so what is a high yield savings account? A high yield savings account is basically an account that will give you a higher than average interest rate. These high yield savings accounts are most likely at online banks, so most likely there aren't any branches that you can visit in person. So while you do get the higher interest rate, you don't get the branches. So if you're willing to take that trade off, then definitely a high yield savings account is definitely for you. So I've been checking out pretty much dozens of different high yield savings accounts. I've tried some myself. I've looked into other accountants. I've seen what people have to say about them. So I've kind of found four different accounts that are good for different situations. And I'm going to talk about the different criteria that I used to pick them. So basically, one of the most important things was the customer service. Did people say the customer service was good or bad? Because since there isn't a branch, you need to be able to, talk to a live person and actually be able to resolve any issue that you have with your account quickly. So customer service was definitely important. I also wanted to see if you could open multiple accounts. So having one account is good, but like I said, I think a lot of people have different savings goals, multiple savings goals, sinking funds and emergency funds, stuff like that. So I wanted to know if you can open multiple savings account and if that process was easy or difficult. I also wanted to see how fast transfers was because, like I said, you don't get to go to a branch in person, so you can't immediately deposit money. So most likely you're going to be transferring your money from another bank account. So I wanted to see how quickly that process would happen because I personally don't want my money tied up for more than 3 days at a time. So yeah, that was also important. I also wanted to think about the overall yield. There are some accounts that get a really high yield, and there are some accounts that they say they're high yield savings accounts, but they get pretty much the same yield as you get at a normal brick and mortar bank. I also wanted to think about the minimum required to open an account. I did see a lot of accounts that gave you a really good interest rate, but you literally needed $10,000 or more to open those accounts. So I'd toss those ones out. So most of the accounts on this list, you just need either $100 or less to open your account. And I also wanted to look at the minimum amount required to maintain the high yield. So this was also something interesting I saw. Some accounts would advertise a certain rate, but then you would look into it and you would see that you needed to maintain a balance of $5,000 or more to get that rate. So I also tossed those ones out. This list is mostly for people that have a smaller budget who are saving little bits of amounts of money at a time, because if you literally have $5,000 to move into a different bank account, that's not what it's not what I'm here for. You probably already know where to get a high rate. You don't need this video. So if you have a smaller budget or you're working with a small amount of money, this video is for you. So I'm just going to get the high yield accounts right out of the way. If you're concerned with just getting the highest yield you can, I have two accounts here for you. I actually wouldn't technically recommend them, but I had to mention them because I saw them talked about in other videos. So I'm going to talk about them, and I'm also going to talk about why they might not be the best accounts to use and what kinds of things kind of made me apprehensive. So the first one I wanted to mention was NetSpend. NetSpend is mostly like a prepaid card, but they also have attached high interest savings accounts that pay you at least, I think, 5% on your money. So that sounds pretty good, and I think that's good. But when I did my research, I actually saw a lot of people had a terrible time with their customer service. They weren't responsive, they were on hold for a long time, and when they were connected with someone, it was really difficult to get the issue figured out. So that kind of gave me pause. But if you're interested in that interest rate, there's a blogger. His blog's name is Financial Panther. He has basically a process for setting up different NetSpend accounts to kind of maximize the 5% yield and get multiple accounts where you can get the 5%, because I believe they only give you the 5% yield on the first 1,000, but you can get multiple NetSpend accounts, so you can have multiple $1,000 accounts getting that 5%, if that makes sense. He has a whole article about it and how to set it up and how to do it correctly, so I will leave a link to that in the description if you're interested in NetSpend. The second account I want to talk about is Blue Federal Credit Union. I didn't really see a ton of issues with it. It just seems like I didn't see a lot of people that have talked about it or used it. So that also kind of gave me pause because I didn't have any other people who were willing to be guinea pigs trying this out. But it does seem legitimate. It is a federal credit union. I think it's based in like Wyoming and Colorado. You don't need to be located there to actually open an account. To get an account with Blue Federal Credit Union, you just need to deposit $10, and with your initial deposit, $5 will be given to the Blue Federal Credit Union Foundation as a donation, and the other $5 will be in your account to get you started. So that's how you can become a member of Blue Mountain Federal Credit Union and get your account. I believe this is similar to the NetSpend account. So let's click on the accelerated savings. It looks like they only give you the 5% yield on your first $1,000, and then they have tiered rates for any amount over that. So that's just something to be aware of. It's not 5% on your entire balance, just on the first $1,000. But I might try this out myself just to see how it works, and then I'll do a full review on it. But this looks kind of promising, but like I said, I didn't see a lot of like reviews about it, so I can't really speak about it intelligently. So just be cautious. So, if you're interested in having a checking account at the same bank as your high yield savings account that you want to open, one account I wanted to talk to you about is Ally Bank. So they have tons of different accounts. They have like investment accounts. You can get your mortgage through them, your auto loan. Like I mentioned, they do have checking accounts. They also have two types of like savings accounts. They have the normal savings account. I believe they have like a money market account that you can use as your savings. So I just wanted to talk about the online savings account. What's good about this, they do give you a rate of, let's see if I can find it, of 0.5%, which is pretty good, better than the average. As you can see, it's compared to Bank of America, Chase, and Wells Fargo, which give you like 0.1%. So yeah, not great. But what's cool about Ally is they have this thing called buckets. So you can basically create different buckets for different savings goals. Like you can see here, your emergency, home savings, or vacations, and then your deposits will be basically separated into these different buckets, however you want to do that. So I thought that was a really interesting feature. I also saw reviews online that praise their customer service, and apparently they have a really good online bank interface and also a really good app interface. So however you want to connect to your account and view your balance and everything, apparently that process is amazing. So I didn't really see many complaints about Ally Bank, so this also might be a legitimate option. If you're interested in more of having like different multiple savings account instead of like the buckets, I actually recommend Capital One. They let you open up multiple accounts at once, or you can just do your one initial account and then open up accounts later. They also have checking accounts that are great. I actually use Capital One myself for all my different sinking funds, and I think I have like 6 different savings accounts with them for my different sinking funds. So I don't have any complaints. Doesn't have any like crazy bells and whistles, but it's good. You can also use Zelle and like PayPal instant deposit with Capital One, so that's good. You can get your money fairly quickly and send and receive money through Zelle, so that's nice. Another thing that I actually really like about them, their online website interface and app interface, also really great, but also through the website and app you can also set up different savings rules, so you can kind of manage your money and create savings goals that way. So no complaints. Capital One, also a good option. So if you have a big goal or you plan on saving at least $100 every month, I highly suggest the Savings Builder account or Savings Connect account from CIT Bank. Both of these accounts will reward you for saving at least $100 a month. The Savings Connect account connects to their checking account that you can open, and the Savings Builder account is just a standalone savings account. So as you can see here, you just need $100 monthly deposit or $100 minimum opening deposit to get this savings rate. If you end up dipping below this amount or you aren't able to save as much, you are going to be penalized in any way. You just won't be able to get this higher savings rate. So if you are interested in saving a big chunk every month of $100 or more, or you just needed that or you need that extra motivation, I highly suggest the CIT Bank account. Apparently they have good customer service, and you can use Zelle and PayPal instant deposits with them, and there's no account minimums to open the account, and there's no fees to have your account each month, so also a great option. If you're looking for other high yield savings account, Doctor of Credit also has a huge list of high yield savings accounts, and they will also tell you if there's like a bonus for opening them. So I'll also put this post in the description below. So I hope this was helpful. I hope I helped you find an account that you might want to open. If you like content about making money online, maximizing your money, passive income, online income, stuff like that, I would love it if you subscribed. We try and do a video at least once per week. Thank you so much for watching.